The Infinite Powers of Adam Gowers is a teenage novel that I wrote a long time ago. I wrote it in the year 2000. I wrote it 16 years ago. And I was at that time already a published children's author, and my agent seemed to like this book, and it did the rounds, and lots of publishers sounded quite enthusiastic about it, and they always seemed to back out at the last minute. And in fact, I actually got to the stage with one publisher where they had accepted it and they'd signed a contract for it. And then when it came to doing the revisions, they suddenly said, we think this should be for a much younger age group. And I basically had to write a different book based on the same premise, which is about a kid getting an infinite number of wishes, but I had to do it about an 11-year-old instead of a 16-year-old. So I had to take all the love interest out. I had to take all the sex out. I had to take the bit where he loses his virginity out. And it became a much less interesting book. So I've kept the original one by me all these years, hoping to be able to do something with it, because it is a book that I really do believe in. And I believe the reason I found it so hard to get published was because fiction for teenagers has fallen into a kind of rut. There seems to be this orthodoxy, this established template that fiction for teenagers has to be bleak, it has to be harsh, it can't be warm-hearted, it can't be funny, it can't be light-hearted, it's got to be really sort of serious. And I honestly don't think it's particularly good to have such a restricted diet for teenagers. I think they should be able to read funny, light-hearted, warm-hearted stuff as well as, the bleak social realism stuff. So I'm kind of striking a blow for comic fantasy. I mean, it seems to me that when I was a teenager, people read things like Douglas Adams, Sue Townsend's Secret Diary of Adrian Mole. There's nothing like that around anymore, and that's the gap that I think should be filled. To give you an idea, I'm going to read a short section of it, and I hope you will enjoy it. This bit comes after Adam has been granted his wishes. He is madly in love with a girl called Natalie, and he has just wished that she would fall in love with him. And of course, she has done, because his wishes work. They've just played tennis over at the park, and now they're going back to Natalie's house, and this is where I'm reading from. Natalie's house is dead quiet. You can tell it's empty as soon as you go in the door. Like, it doesn't just sound quiet, it feels quiet. Shall we go up to my bedroom? I'm like, oh, yes, please. And then I think that sounded a bit wimpish, so I go, that'd be cool. My voice has gone all hoarse and croaky. The carpet's soft and deep, and our feet make almost no noise as we go up the stairs. Natalie goes first, and I can see her beautiful round bum in her tight white tennis shorts going up the stairs in front of me. I feel like I'm in a dream. My heart's going like a machine gun. Here we are. She pushes open a door. I look round her bedroom. It's kind of impressive. Like, my room's just a tip with clothes and trainers and stuff all over the floor, and there's nothing really interesting in it. Well, there's a few games scattered about the place, and a couple of books about football, and my old comic collection, but that's about it. But Natalie's room is like, I don't know, an art gallery or something. There's a poster on the wall above the bed of some little kid holding a dove, and another one opposite of three guys in blue robes standing by the seashore, and another one of a sort of rickety yellow chair with a pipe on it. And on the dressing table there's lots of nice little ornaments, like a dragon made out of seashells and a white china unicorn, and there's a shelf full of books with black spines, Penguin Classics. I look a bit closer and I see there's Jane Austen there and Emily Bronte, and I think, blimey, she actually reads that stuff. But I don't waste any more time looking at the books. There's Natalie to look at. She's standing in the middle of the room, smiling at me. She opens her arms out wide. How about another kiss? That'd be cool, I go in my croaky voice. So we kiss, and it's cool. And then she goes, it's hot in here, isn't it? Should we take some of our clothes off? Yeah, that'd be cool. I can hardly get the words out. So Natalie starts to strip off. And in a couple of moments she's standing there in just a white bra and pants. And me, I'm down to my pants. It's a good job I'm wearing my best ones today. They're Calvin Klein's. maybe we'd better take the rest off. What do you think? Yeah, that'd be cool, I managed to croak. Any second now, and I'm going to see Natalie Forbes in the nude. Natalie, in the nude! I've spent hours fantasising about this moment, and now it's going to happen for real. For real? Yeah, well, sort of. But there is just one thing bothering me. The way Natalie is now, all like sexy and loving, with her eyes all lit up and that little wicked smile, it's all totally fantastic, obviously, but I just kind of wish it was more to do with me, you know? She wasn't like this before the wish, and now she is. So it's obvious that it's only the wish that's making her be like this. And the thing is, I want to be loved for being me, you know? Not because the genie's making her love me. I want her to choose me of her own free will. But there's nothing I can do about that now, is there? But there is, of course. I can do anything now with my infinite number of wishes. What I want is for Natalie's normal self to love me. So, just as she's unhooking the clasp at the back of her bra, I go, I wish you were your normal self again, Natalie. And as soon as I've said it, I think, oh, Christ on the crapper, what have I done? The smile freezes on Natalie's lips. She stops unhooking the clasp at the back of her bra. Another second and it would have been on the floor at her feet. But the bra stays on. A new expression comes over her face, kind of bewildered and alarmed. Look, I think we must have got a bit carried away here. OK, well, let's get carried away a bit further. But I know it's hopeless. My voice isn't hoarse and croaking anymore. There's nothing to be nervous about now. It's over. I've blown it. And all my desire just drains away. I feel like I've had a bucket of cold water poured over me. No, I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. She snatches up her clothes and holds them in front of her like a screen. I'm sorry, but could you go now? Well, don't I even get a cup of tea? No, I don't think that's a good idea. I want to be on my own. Oh, right. Obviously she can hear the disappointment in my voice, because she starts to look sad and a bit guilty. Look, I'm sorry, she goes. I know it must look as if I've led you on, but look, I can't explain it. Something came over me. It was as if I was taken over. I feel really bad about it. Can we just forget about it? Pretend it never happened? Yeah, sure. We can still be friends, can't we? Yeah, whatever, I mumble. And then I turn round, go out the room, down the stairs, out the front door, and out into the street. And I'm hoping all the time that she'll call me back. But she doesn't, of course. I bet I know what you're thinking. Why didn't I just wish that she was in love with me again and carry on where we left off? Well, I did think of that, right? But something stopped me. It would have seemed a bit, I don't know, kind of tacky, now that I'd seen what her real feelings were. I mean, what I really wanted was for her to be in love with me without me having to wish it. But obviously that was the one thing I couldn't wish for. I started to get an inkling of what the genie had meant when he said he couldn't grant wishes that were logically contradictory. But what was really bothering me was I'd seen how Natalie acted when she was in love, and I'd seen how she acted towards me when she was her normal self, and there was a big difference. And one day, when she fell in love for real, some lucky guy was going to get all that, the eyes lit up and the wicked little smile and stuff, and that lucky guy wouldn't be me. And I started to feel jealous of the guy without even knowing who he was.